Hey guys, welcome to episode number 114. Today is Wednesday, so it's DIY Wednesday. And today I wanted to introduce to you a concept which is a video reply to J.W. Heiser 1302's HandyVac video. And in that video he used a piece of rigid airline tubing, similar to what you see here on the top. And he connected it to an airline hose, similar to what you see here, and he used it for spot cleaning within his tank. Now obviously an airline will get clogged up fairly quickly. If you have any plant debris or large waste debris or small rocks or sand, might plug that up. But I found his video interesting enough to take one of his recommendations and see what I could do with it. So this is sort of a different version of what he created. And what I did was, on one end I have a toothbrush. So I cut off the handle and I just left the bristles. So that's just a normal toothbrush. And what I did was I drilled a hole through the center of the toothbrush to accept this rigid airline tubing. And so some of the bristles you'll see are knocked out there, and it's acting just like a vacuum head would. So I can, scrape along rocks, or if I've got, live rock or coral or driftwood or anything that might collect some light debris, I can just use this like a wand and scrape it, and it will suck up the debris at the same time. Obviously, you're not going to get a whole lot of flow or a lot of power out of something like this, but if you have delicate tanks, nano environments, and you need to do just some really quick spot cleaning, this might be something to consider. I found that the rigid airline tubing wasn't quite rigid enough to be able to take the pressure of using this tool as it's intended. So what I did was I took a plastic coat hanger and a small screw, you'll see right there, and I screwed that through the toothbrush into the coat hanger. Obviously I pre-drilled the hole before I did that. So now this toothbrush end is being connected through the rigid airline, but also through that screw holding in place here. And then I just took a couple zip ties and quickly zip tied those together to make it a little neat and clean. And I've got like a 6-foot airline tube on there. So let's go put this in a tank and see how it does. Alright, so here we are. I've already got my siphon started. So there is a little bit of water going through the airline tube here. And I just want to try to kick up some of this debris and see if I can get it to go through this airline hose here. It's going to be very difficult for you guys to see just because this debris is so small and the camera doesn't really pick it up very well. But I am able to brush this surface here of the debris. My biggest worry, I guess, at this point is going to be if I go too fast, it probably won't get siphoned. It will probably, just get stirred around, and I won't end up removing it from the system. However, I think this may work with a slightly larger, or it may work better with a slightly larger diameter tube. I am noticing some debris going through my tube here. Again, it's going to be hard for you guys to pick it up on your end watching the video, but material is traveling through this airline hose. It's just not going to be a whole lot, just because the diameter of the tube is so small that the flow rate isn't all that great. I can try it here on the bottom, but again, a siphon tube is probably going to be more effective at doing an entire bottom of a tank. Obviously, this isn't the best way to go about that, but this might be an idea that works well with a slightly larger diameter tube. In this case, since I have my coat hanger rod as my support piece, I can probably lose the rigid airline tubing here, because that doesn't really add anything at this point. So, you know, I might revisit this at a later point and use a slightly larger diameter hosing so that I can pick up more of the debris so that it doesn't just get, you know, kicked around. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think something on such a small scale like this is ultimately worth it. And I'll see you guys later.